All right. YouTube, good morning. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. And before I share you the games available this Sunday, I want to welcome you back to the Must Beta YouTube channel. You're watching this channel, you're watching this video, you're watching me for the very first time. Please be aware that this is exactly where you need to be, all right? And to get us rolling, I'm going to provide you a wonderful set of odds today. We have 7.87 odds, we have 4.9 odds, we have 3.8 odds, and then finally we have 2.581 odds. So it is going to be a beautiful Sunday, all right? And in case you're wondering, Must Beta, am I really going to be in a position to win? When I look at the betting tips you're going to share us today, when I have a look at the betting predictions you are going to provide us today, the answer is very simple. Yes, my brother. Yes, my sister. Indeed, you're going to be winning, right? And just to have a look at yesterday's results, right? Yesterday, I shared you a few selections. I believe there were 5 in total. 2 inside our Telegram channel, double your money bet slip. Unfortunately, it was a losing bet. And then I shared you some 8 odds within our Telegram channel. And I elated. It was so terrible. The loss was pathetic. Anyway, that is not what I want to talk about. We had 1 bet slip winning yesterday. I shared you early in the morning inside our YouTube channel. 4 odds made up of 4 teams. Liverpool to win, Ajax to win, Bayern Munich win the game, and finally Real Madrid to win the game. If you go through this bet slip, you're going to realize it was made up of favorite teams and just the big favorites. It was made up of favorite teams. Control Shift. Yeah, the result is now updated. You realize it was made up of favorite teams, and these are teams that are a majority of our games today. I do believe that they are going to perform wonderfully and incredibly well. So YouTube, before you get rolling, I know there have been so many questions popping up. And for example, yesterday inside my Instagram account, I dropped a question asking you to ask me a question, right? It was a question asking you to ask me a question. How funny, yeah? That is what I dropped inside my Instagram DM yesterday. And I realized so many people coming up with the question, Must Beta, how were you able to win and excel in sports betting? One of them even said, Must Beta, you made so much money to a point whereby you decided to run away from YouTube, right? I've always told you this, and I'm going to repeat it in case you're watching me for the very first time. I am a sports beta first, right? And I do not intend to retire from this, all right? This is my career, right? My number one career. This is where I make my money. This is where I earn a living. And I want you to turn sports betting into a career too. So if we are in together, or if we are in agreement, all right, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, invite everyone, and get ready to wow yourself this very morning. Now, our very first set of predictions today, I want to start it. Let me see the first bet slip. I believe some of you do not have the cards market, so I'm going to leave that for last. So our first bet slip is a simple 2.581 odds. Our first bet slip is a simple 2.581 odds. Viborg versus Brøndby, over 2.5 goals. Right? And then we have Napoli versus Roma. Roma versus Napoli from Italy, Serie A. Napoli to score over 0.5 goals. 2 games, 2.581 odds. Our second bet slip YouTube is made up of 3.807 odds. Right? And the games are as follows. Arsenal versus Wigan, the first match. I expect Arsenal to win by a scoreline that is going to be registering their brilliance when it comes to dominating teams that can't survive. So Arsenal win by a scoreline that is so much massive, and they cover the over 3.5 goal margin. Then we have Lorient versus Angers SCO. Lorient win or draw. And then we have the last game, Leipzig playing Wolfsburg from Germany Bundesliga. Leipzig win the game. The odd is 3.807. Interesting selections, wonderful selections, and I believe we are going to be cashing out. All right? Our third bet slip today, YouTube, is made up of 4.911 odds, all right? Made up of 4.991 odds. And the matches are as follows. Udinese Calcio versus Sassuolo Calcio. Oh, they are teams from Italy, Serie A. That is why they both Calcio. Both teams to score. The odd is 1.85. And I'm going to pause for a moment to drop you some wonderful insight on this game. This is a match where I believe the scoreline is going to be exactly 1-1. Both teams to score, a draw to be the registered outcome by the end of 90 minutes, all right? Both teams to score, 1.85 odds, a draw to occur, the odd is 3.087, a scoreline of 1-1, the odd is 5.05. Our second game is Rayo Vallecano versus Atletico Madrid, Spain La Liga. Atletico Madrid win the game, the odd is 1.875. Then we have Nacional da Madeira versus Porto, Portugal, Primera Liga, Porto win, the odd is 1.439. Right here, YouTube. That is our next bet slip, or our fourth bet slip. I've lost count. Now, before I share you the 7 odds made up of 6 games, please, I want to remind you of your responsibility when you watch my videos. Like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, all right? Because it is for you. You're doing this because you deserve an opportunity to change your betting story, right? You deserve the opportunity to rewrite your betting story, all right? And that opportunity can only be found when you get to watch Must Beta and when you get to listen attentively and right, you get to execute properly, right? So our 7 odds made up of 6 games. Istanbul BFK versus Besiktas, both teams to score. The odd is 1.55. Lech Poznan versus PS Gliwice. Lech Poznan win. The odd is 1.74. Maccabi Haifa playing Bnei. Maccabi Haifa playing Bnei Sakanin. Maccabi Haifa win. Craiova versus FCSB. An interesting game once again. The selection that I've shared with you is Craiova win the game, all right? Craiova win the game. But as I go through my notes over here, I can realize that Craiova versus FCSB is a game whereby I'm expecting a draw to be the outcome. In terms of scoreline, my scoreline once again is 1-1 for this very game, Craiova versus FCSB. It is a game from Romania Superliga. They do have a tendency of having the draw. It is very, very funny, right? That we have 2 draws today with a scoreline of 1-1. In one of them, I backed both teams to score because I feel more confident siding with a GG or both teams to score under Italy Serie A League. But now when we resume to Romania, I'm not that confident we can have a GG or both teams to score of 1-1. So we lean with the team that is at least the favorite. Craiova, win or draw. Remember, the draw is the outcome, all right? We're expecting a scoreline of 1-1 in this very game and maybe under 2.5 goals, right? Our next game is Bosnia. A game from Bosnia, Herzegovina, Sloga Doboj versus Sarajevo. Sarajevo to score a goal in the game. The odd is 1.34. And finally, a game from Bulgaria, First League, Levski Sofia versus Botev Plovdiv. Levski Sofia win the game. The odd is 1.208. YouTube. At this very point, the only bet slip remaining is our last bet slip. Now I want to share you the last bet slip with so much expectation. Yesterday, I shared you 2 bet slip with so much expectation. Derby to be demolished. Unfortunately, Derby ended up demolishing the other team 2-0. Peterborough versus the other team that was at home, right? Our team was once again demolished, right? And you realize the games I picked had very bold odds, right? The odds that required you to have cojones, right? So that you can back them, right? And I believe I do have that. So today I've decided, instead of giving you what some of you are not able to stomach, let me tone it down and give you a beautiful set of bet of the days. So a bet of the day today is made up of two matches, a card market, and at the same time, a corner market. Torino Bologna, over 3.5 cards to be recorded. The odd is 1.615. And then we have Spezia Calcio, all right, versus Frosinone Calcio, right, over 9.5 corners. The odd is 1.97. You ask me, must beta, out of the two games you've just mentioned, between the two, which one do you have more expectation? Which one do you have higher confidence in, all right? I'm going to tell you a simple answer. Over 9.5 corners is the market that I want to recommend to you. If you are seeking one game to bet in today, right? I believe the corners are going to be between 12 to 13 or more than that. So over 10, in case you really want the two odds, can work for you, right? Over 9.5, 1.97 odds, it's still a brilliant set of odds. And with that being said, YouTube, those are the predictions for today, Sunday 15th. Hopefully, I believe that you are able to end your weekend with amazing set of congratulations, booms, right, greens, because next week is going to be another busy week. We have the European matches coming up once again, right? And before you know it, the year is going to be gone, right? I want to tell you, every single better has the same amount of months, 12 months, to be able to rewrite their story, all right? Now, the truth is, some of us get to rewrite our story, and then some do not rewrite their story. Instead, month after month, year after year, their story remains the same. It's written in bold in a marker pen, loss, 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 chaos, 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 but there are those whose story is gradually rising, right? Ask yourself, where do you want to be? Remember, the opportunity is available for everyone to grab. I've shared you strategies back to back every single time. Go watch this video. Some of you just look at me, must bet, okay? You talk about watching this video. Why should I watch it? My brother, my beautiful member, right? My friend, this is the video you should be watching, right? Because by watching this, you're doing and trying something you've never tried. Maybe this is the way that you get to rewrite your betting story. So the video link is available in the pinned comment section. The video is available in the pinned comment section in the video description. Proceed, watch the video, and after watching the video, use the strategy diligently, and believe me, you will become successful in the year 2026. Finally, YouTube, final set of disclaimer before we go away. Sports betting involves financial risk, all right? I love using that word. Please and please and please bet responsibly. You can either win or you can either lose, right? Past outcomes, all right, do not guarantee future outcomes, all right? Beautiful. It is a game of probabilities, all right? A VAR may be awarded in the last minutes of the game and you lose terribly. So take that into account. For example, we had a VAR yesterday. No, we had a red card yesterday, which terribly messes up. And finally, YouTube, join us inside Telegram, because later today, I guarantee you, we continue with the madness where I'm going to share you their 1,000+ odds. And I really hope we get to cash out them, right? We get to cash out soon, right? And congratulations in advance if you're going to be playing. So until next time, take care. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, Monday. Must Beta is out. Till next time, I am rooting for you. Bye-bye.